What's up, family? Let me turn this down. Trying to get it going. I'm not even sure. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing. Let me drink some more water. Pastor Michael Rice, man, I love you, man. I miss you, man. What's up, everyone? Hey, Ashton. What's up, Nikki? Hey, Kenza. I hope you guys are doing really well. Do me a favor. Hey, Tanger, how you doing? I want you guys to do me a favor. Hit the share. I need an airport from the ride. It might be cold, Mike. I might not be able to leave the house. What's up, Justin? Man, congratulations on your engagement, man. What's up, Ashley, the politician? I hope you guys are doing really well. Do me a favor and just hit the share button. Invite some of your followers. What's up, Kristen Ward? I'm about to give you a huge shout out in just like a couple seconds. I would love for you guys to get as many people as you can in here. I have something to share. Now, as you guys know, I'm the motivational speaker, as I've eloquently coined myself as simply just a motivational speaker. But I do have something that lives on the inside of me that actually stirs up and bubbles up every now and again. And we are in that moment in time where some things are kind of stirred up and bubbled on up. And so I do want to share with you what I believe God is saying to many of us right now in this particular moment. And this is not just for the business owners, because generally that's my audience. This is really for all of those who really are just kind of in a place, in a space where you're saying, you know what, God, I'm trying to do this thing. I really desire for you to bless the efforts of my hands and what you positioned and called me to do and different things like that. So we're going to jump right on in it in just a couple more seconds. So do me a quick favor. Just hit the share button really fast. Hit the share button really fast. I want to get as many people in here to receive this, because I do know that God is on it. Because if it got me to jump on social media like to this regard, I got my other device going on right here for the Periscope and Instagram crew, and also Facebook Live. So yeah, but I appreciate you guys jumping on in, man. I'm afraid anybody who this is your first time, my name is Evan Brown. I have a business called Vision Birthers, but most importantly, I'm a guy that's just trying to do my part here in the earth, man. I'm trying to make God famous by just doing what he's called me to do. Many of us are called to do some amazing things. We're called to perform some amazing exploits, but we just don't know what it looks like to do it. So look at me, disregard my lack of haircut, but just kind of look at me and say, you know, this young man, if nothing else, just know that this young man is trying to do his part to leave his imprint here in the earth. And I'll tell you this, that you can too, no matter what degree you have or don't have, no matter what your passions may be, no matter even what your past is or was like. I promise you, you have something special that the earth is waiting on. There are people who are waiting on your story, people that are waiting on to experience your business, experience your love, your energy, whatever it may be. People are waiting on that special thing that you have. And with that being said, I do want to drop this on you guys. So the name of this scope or broadcast, whatever you want to call it, was labeled Expand. I have been in a very interesting season because many of you may not know, but I relocated to Chicago, Illinois about a month and a half ago. And I'm like, God, you have absolutely lost your mind. I walked away from everything that I knew, from comfortability to consistency with paychecks and all of those amazing things that I worked so hard to build. But I knew that I heard the instruction. I knew I heard the voice of God that told me to pick up my mat and to pack my stuff and go to a land that I did not know. And because God is so faithful, I did that knowing that if I've trusted him this far in life, I might as well trust him a little bit further. But in this time here, it has been a very interesting season. It has been a space where I have had to learn some amazing things and some not so amazing things about myself. I'm going to do a broadcast a little later on in the week or in the month that talks about transition and how many of us are in places or in spaces of transition where we're like not really sure what's going on or why it's happening. But I promise you this, one of the greatest things that ever happened to me was that I was forced and called into a gray area called transition. I have learned some quality lessons about myself. Forget that nonsense that people tell you about when it's like, oh my God, you move and you learn things about people and your friends turn that back. No, that's not, forget that stuff. That stuff doesn't even really happen to most people. But one thing that I can say is that in the midst of transition, the mirror is that mirror that's like right there that I didn't realize is right there. That's how big of a mirror that is put in front of your face when it's time for you to really go and to do and to really possess and be all that you're supposed to be, for you to use all that's inside of you. So to jump into what I have on here. So the name of this broadcast is called Expand. 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 And I'll tell you what God shared with me that I really do believe is true for quite a few of you all. It is actually your time to expand. I had the opportunity to kind of sit down with the business owner the other day who was talking about how he's really at this plateau place. And I just kind of told him why I believe that he was there. You are at a place, many of us are at a place of stagnation or this glass ceiling, this cap, where it's like, I don't know what's going on and I'm not really going anywhere and I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. Things are barely holding on steady. And I believe a lot of the barely making it that we're experiencing, the barely happening that we're experiencing, is because we were supposed to expand a long time ago. We have been entirely too comfortable for entirely too long. We have been entirely too comfortable. Many of us can go 10, 15 years in the same comfortable setting. Many of us can't even go 2 or 3 years in the same comfortable state before we need some things before some things has to be shaken up. That's because there's so much on the inside of you that you cannot afford to be complacent and to be comfortable where you are. Hear me. You can physically, monetarily, spiritually, whatever you can think of, you cannot afford to be complacent where you are. You cannot afford to be complacent in the job you're in. You cannot afford to be complacent in the mental capacity, in the mental space that you're in. You can't afford to be complacent in the area of service that you operate in. You cannot afford to be complacent in your business, whatever it is you're working towards, or even if you're working alongside someone else, helping build their vision. You can't afford to be complacent right now in your current state. I'm telling you this. Complacency is killing people left and right. Yes, you may not be dying a physical death, but you're dying a death of courage and boldness and encouragement. You just don't have, you're not able to utilize what you have because you're so comfortable. You're entirely too comfortable. And so that's why a lot of us are experiencing some of the turbulence that we're experiencing, because you've been comfortable for too long. And God is like, you know what? It's time. It's been time, but now it's time, because I can't afford to wait on you any longer, because I know what I placed in you. I know the investment that I've made inside of you, and I'm willing to stir everything around you just so that you can get uncomfortable. Because I'll tell you all this, many of us we think that we excel in areas where we're comfortable, but if you really want to be honest, you really see what's on the inside of you when you're uncomfortable. You see what's on the inside of you when you're broke. You see what's on the inside of you when you are not at your you see what's really there. And I think that's the starting point for the new season that a lot of us are entering into, or that many of us have already entered into, is that we had to be shaken up. We had to be extremely uncomfortable in order to experience what we needed to experience to get where we needed to get. You need this turbulence. You need this strife. You need this discomfort. You need every single bit of it, because it's going to get you to where you need to be for you to do what you've been called and designed by God to do. Let me get back to the expand. So of course, the title or the name of this thing, or really what I want to release to you guys, is that God is really ready for you guys to expand. He's really ready for you to expand. And before we go any further, I want to jump in and just kind of put this out there. Anybody that's watching, put in the comments, I'm ready to expand. I'm going to need you guys to join in with me and kind of put in the comments, I'm ready to expand. I'm ready, or I have to expand. Whatever your conviction is, just kind of lay it there. I have to expand. Because what's going to happen with this expansion of you is that you're going to expand. Like, you are going to expand to a level that you had no idea that you could. You are going to expand into a new place and into a new grace that you didn't even know existed for you. You are going to expand into an area, into an arena that you never thought that you could, because you are called to expand. Stefan, man, Stefan, you have no idea how powerful, how much of an influencer you are, dude. The turbulence, like, I'll talk to you, man. I'm gonna text you, man. Like, but we have to be okay with the expansion. We have to be okay with the precursor to expansion. The precursor to expansion is the stuff that you're experiencing right now. The precursor to your expansion, and your expansion could be so many different things. It could be a new job. It could be a new position. It could be a new perspective. It could be a new outlook. It could be a new level of money. It could be a new level of wisdom. Your expansion needs this precursor that's happening right now. Even for myself, I'm having to tell myself every day, don't get mad. Don't get upset. Don't get stressed. Don't get frustrated. Let it be what it's going to be, because this is working something out of me and this is working something out of you that's going to be pivotal for you to get what you need in you. I talk about this all the time. We say things like, oh, I'm making room. No, we physically have to make room. Right now, I'm in the middle of a 12 days from clutter to clarity challenge, where I'm leading people and just kind of really decluttering their lives by some practical things, by some application in the big six areas. I guess the big six is what I call in life, where your money, your time, your affections, your relationships, your friendships, your goal, and your heart. We have got to be okay and really be at a space where we're, you know what? I am making room for what's headed to me, because I have to expand. If you don't expand, if you don't sign up for expansion right now, you're going to burst in the current environment where you are, and everything that could have been great for somebody else is going to shatter because you stayed too long. You guys know how it is when we stay in certain situations or we stay in certain jobs. That's probably why a lot of you all are dealing with what you're dealing now, because you've been there too long. It's been time for you to expand, but we have to just shift our minds to be okay with expansion. A powerful young woman named Kristen Ward led us out a couple days ago on the Clutter to Clarity Challenge, and she brought a scripture back to my remembrance that I used to recite all the time, that I know to be true. The scripture says, the blessings of the Lord make one rich and add no sorrow. The blessings of the Lord make one rich and add no sorrow. The blessings, I think it's in Proverbs, the blessings of the Lord make one rich and add no sorrow. And one of the powerful revelations that she gave us was that the blessings of the Lord is the empowerment to go and to do. The blessings of the Lord is actually just the empowerment to go and do. Many of us are believing and waiting on God to drop something out of the sky, and it's never going to happen. God has given you his blessing, which is his empowerment, which is his understanding, which is his ideas, his logic, his perspective, his strategy of what he wants you to do. God has given you the blessing of the Lord. He's already empowered you to go and do what it is you're supposed to do. But because we are unwilling to expand, our minds can't open around the fact that I've already got what I need to get where I'm trying to go. Like, you already have exactly what you need to get where you're trying to go. So open up your mindset. The things that you're believing God to do and to give you and to bring in your life, he's already given you the blessing. And the blessing is the empowerment. So there are going to be some things that you just got to do. Expansion is intentional. Expansion is intentional. You've got to be willing, ready, and desire and want to expand. Expansion just doesn't happen out of nowhere. It's a planned thing. It's an intentional thing. And a lot of the expansion that a lot of us are going through is not physical. It's not our business just yet. Bless the Lord. For some people, it is their business. But for many of us, God is expanding us in our capacity. For the things that he's destined for us, for the things that he laid out for us, for the things that he's put our name on, our capacity has to be enlarged. We say this, oh Lord, enlarge my territory. But we have to be enlarged enough to manage and to steward that territory. We can say all day till we're blue in the face, God, enlarge my territory. We can pray the prayer of Jabez, Lord, enlarge my territory. But you have got to be prepared and positioned to steward that territory to be enlarged. You've got to be expanded for what it is that you're believing God for and to do for you. You've got to be expanded for it. In layman's term, you got to get ready. You got to be ready. You have got to be ready for what he wants to give you. So guess what? Many of us are going to have to learn how to carry more. We're going to have to learn how to balance more. We're going to have to learn how to organize more. We're going to have to learn how to steward more. We're going to have to learn how to prioritize more. We're going to have to learn how to prioritize more. We're going to have to learn how to We are going to have to learn how to be prepared for what God has given us. He's expanding you. He's enlarging your capacity, but he has to enlarge you to be able to carry it. What sense does it make for God to give you the blessings of your dream, the thing that you really believe that that's in the will of God for your life, and you can't even manage it? You can't carry the blessing that you asked for. You can't. What sense does that make? That's a disservice to God. So this is the thing. We have to be okay with what's happening in our lives right now. Expansion is trying to happen. Don't fight. Don't resist. Don't throw in the towel. Don't quit. Don't run. You can cry, but you can't move. You can boo-hoo, but you cannot abort the mission. You have to be expanded for what it is that is happening and getting ready to happen for you. You have to be expanded enough to carry it. I can't say it again. There's no need for him to give you 8 acres and you can only manage 2, and you can only manage 3. That's another 5 to 6 acres that is just gone unmanaged. That means that the blessings that he gave you, you weren't ready for. You know why? Because you didn't allow God to empower you. So remember what I said, the blessings of the Lord make one rich and add no sorrow. The blessings of the Lord is the empowerment to do. You have got to be ready and prepared to be able to do. So I tell you guys this is my encouragement to you all. Do not resist this season. Do not resist this moment. Do not resist what is happening to you and for you. I promise you, of course, it's all working together for your good, but it's because you have to be ready for more, to do more, to be more, to produce more. You have to be expanded for that reason alone. So just be okay with God is expanding you by processing you and working on you and punching you and kicking you to get you ready for all the amazing things that he's already put your name on it. Like your name is already on most of the stuff that you're believing him for. Your name is already on the deeds to buildings. Your name are already on the LLC for businesses. Your name is already on it. But you have to be prepared for when he expands you to be able to steward that you're able to steward that. There's no need for him to give it to you and you squander it like the prodigal son and waste all of it. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. And he cares so much about you that he's willing to deal with you right now where you currently are and to frustrate you and to process you and to process your mindset, to change you in the train. He's willing to do that right now because he's okay and he knows who he's trusted with what. God trusts you. God he trusts you, and that's why he's given you and aligned you all the amazing things that are coming for your life. So I just want to encourage you guys with that. You are expanding. Things are expanding around you. Be okay with the process of expansion because that process first starts with you. And for all of you guys who are business owners, I am doing something right now. I just launched today called Expand Your Brand. Now, I just thought I was going to teach a branding class and just kind of teach people how to really get out there. But God has really he's shifted some things in the last couple of hours. So I encourage you guys, if you've got a music career, if you got a book, you got a nonprofit, you got a ministry, you got a business, you get ready to launch one, you're thinking about trying to grow your own personal platform, whether you're a motivational speaker, you're an encourager, you're a preacher, I encourage you to register for my Expand Your Brand course. It's going to be 3 Mondays, October 5th, October 8th, 16th, and 27th. Can't think about exactly what it is, but those Mondays, it's going to be 3 Mondays. You'll be able to download those courses and to be able to rewatch them as much as you need. I promise you, expansion is happening. And for those of you guys that have something that you're working on or working towards and building up, there's no need for you to release something and you haven't done the back end to make the most money off of it. The blessings of the Lord are going to make us rich and add no sorrow. But in the midst of that, as I told you guys, we have to expand and expand well. So if you guys want to sign up for that course, I encourage you guys to. It's only $50. Go to my website, www.iamevanbrown.com, and register for Expand Your Brand. You need it. But most importantly, I tell you this, if you heard nothing else about what I'm talking about now, go back and watch this where we talked about how God is using the current thing that you are part of right now to expand you where you are. You are getting ready to go places. You really are. But you have to be prepared to go to the places that he's sending you so that you can be there and that you can be effective and that you can make the most out of them. So again, you guys follow me on Instagram. Go to my website at www.iamevanbrown and register for Expand Your Brand. It's only $50. You're going to be able to download those replays. You can send that to somebody. You can be able to give the course to someone. So don't delay. I'm only doing a few spots because I want it to be very interactive. I want to be able to answer questions and really talk to those that are signed up for the course. It's online, so you can watch it from anywhere. So I promise you this, go to my website or click that link on my Facebook page and sign up for it today. Expand Your Brand. It's in October. It's only 3 weeks. 3 weeks, an hour and a half with Evan, but I promise you this, if nothing else, I've been able to grow my brand organically in the last year and a half. I've doubled my followers on Instagram, and on Facebook, I'm fresh out. I can't add anybody. And so now I'm just kind of allowing people to follow me. But I've been able to do that organically. I didn't buy no followers. I have a music video. I ain't got a rap video. I ain't got this major following. I haven't been able to do any of that. But what I have been able to do is really utilize some strategies, some tools to be able to expose and expand what I'm doing to those that it needs to do. Because my philosophy philosophy is this: everybody who follows you on Instagram, every new follower is an opportunity for a transaction. So hey, you want to learn more about that? Want to learn how to grow your brand? You want to get some new, fresh strategies to be able to expand it? Sign up for my course, www.iamevanbrown.com, and click on Expand Your Brand and go ahead and register today. But listen, share this with a friend. If somebody that you know is going through some turbulences with life and they're going through some crazy stuff that doesn't make any sense, send this video to them and tell them, hey, we figured out what it is. You're getting ready to expand. I love you guys. I pray you guys have an amazing night.